پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on this Monday, May 12, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash. The ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Qatar, Mohammed Sohail Shaheen, met with the French chargé d'affaires for Afghanistan. The Afghan embassy in Qatar said that the meeting discussed the current political situation, bilateral relations between Afghanistan and France, humanitarian assistance, and the continuation and expansion of French assistance in the field of ancient monuments in Afghanistan. In addition, during the meeting, Mr. Shaheen asked the French chargé d'affaires to activate his political office in Kabul. The Director General of the National Environmental Protection Agency, Maulavi Matiul Haq Khalis, met with officials from the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, or OCHA. In this meeting, the two sides discussed climate change, strengthening cooperation, and eliminating existing environmental threats, and agreed that technical teams from both agencies will take joint measures to solve existing problems. The Ministry of Propagation of Virtue, Prevention of Voice and Hearing Complaints issued a statement saying that no one has the right to use social media for wrong and immoral purposes. The notice calls on citizens and institutions to use social media to share accurate news, promoting the unity of Muslim Ummah, developing religious and modern sciences, and increasing knowledge.
No individual or institution is permitted to misuse social media for immoral, harmful, or unlawful purposes. Social media must be a platform for spreading truthful information, promoting both religious and modern education, fostering unity among the Muslim community, and encouraging mutual respect. It should never be used to promote prejudice, insults, moral corruption, or intellectual manipulation. This ministry, within the scope of its legal authority and operational capacity, actively monitors all networks, platforms, and users that seek to undermine the religious beliefs, cultural values, and social cohesion of our people. We earnestly call upon all our faithful youth, community members, and especially our brothers living abroad to use media responsibly, to defend Islam, reinforce community unity, and uphold moral and ethical principles. Let us work together to be recognized as a proud, dignified community that thrives both in this world and in hereafter. We remind all citizens once again, the illegal and unethical use of social media is subject to legal action. The Ministry appreciates the ongoing cooperation of the public in preserving the values of our society.
The art attaché of the Ministry of Information and Culture of the Islamic Emirate, Qari Hamidullah Tamkin, participated in the International Islamic Arts Exhibition in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. The three-day exhibition, which was organized by the Turkish Directorate of Religious Affairs, displayed various works of Islamic art, handicrafts, works of calligraphy and painting, traditional clothing, and cultural artifacts from all provinces of Turkey. It's worth mentioning that the cultural attaché and diplomats from the different countries also participated in this exhibition. At a recent business meeting, Afghan and Uzbek businessmen signed 30 trade agreements valued between $45 and $50 million. The Deputy Minister of Industry and Commerce emphasized the country's readiness for investment, stating that the Islamic Emirate supports both domestic and foreign investors through its economy-focused policy. Additionally, officials from the Chamber of Commerce and Investment noted that growing trade relations between Afghanistan and Uzbekistan and advocate for the establishment of a joint regional chamber. Here is the rest of the story.
A conference on business connectivity between the private sectors of Uzbekistan and Afghanistan was held in Kabul. 30 trade agreements worth between $45 to $50 million were signed between Afghan and Uzbek businessmen at this conference. The Deputy Minister of Industry and Commerce said that The country has been prepared for investment, and the Islamic Emirate supports domestic and foreign investors based on its economy-oriented policy.
Following an economy-oriented policy, the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan cooperates with both internal and foreign investors and assures them that all facilities will be provided to them.
On the other hand, the Deputy Director of the Chamber of Commerce and Investment says that trade relations between Afghanistan and Uzbekistan have expanded, and holding such meetings can provide a basis for greater understanding between traders of the two countries.
We are trying to find out how we can connect our projections to China through other countries. In this case, a traditional room with South Asia and Turkey is important, like SAARC and ECO. More than 30 trade contracts were signed between Afghan and Uzbek companies, worth about $45 to $50 million.
The president of the Chamber of Commerce and Industries of Uzbekistan says that Afghan and Uzbek traders should take advantage of the opportunities created in Afghanistan and take steps to jointly invest in this country.
We believe today's bilateral trade meetings foster direct talks between entrepreneurs, encourage project discussions, and facilitate practical agreements. We also hope this meeting will strengthen economic cooperation between the two countries' businesses.
This is while officials from the Chamber of Commerce and Investment are also announcing the participation of European businessmen and investors in the 4th exhibition of Imam Abu Hanifa at this conference.
Minister of Education Maulavi Habibullah Agha has visited Faryab province to evaluate the educational process and carry out some official tasks. The Ministry of Education says that during this visit, Maulavi Habibullah Agha inaugurated a number of buildings for various educational institutions in the provincial capital and a number of districts at a cost of 437 million Afghanis, and founded some other buildings. In the Gayan district of Paktika province, 1,000 houses were built and handed over to needy families with the financial assistance of UNHCR for $7.8 million. The provincial director of Refugees Affairs, Maulavi Hamdullah Fateh, in a meeting held regarding this project, said that it also includes a school and a hospital, with each house costing about $5,800. At the same time, UNHCR General Director Arafat Jamal also pledged that assistance to homeless Afghans will continue. The Higher Education Ministry reports that 110 doctors graduated from the Faculty of Medicine of Kabul University of Medical Sciences in a series of ceremonies. Speaking to the convocation, Higher Education Minister Sheikh Nida Muhammad Nadim said that the ministry is obliged to train specialized personalities and present them to society for the purpose of service. Mr. Nadim also assured the graduating doctors that our society seriously needs specialized doctors and will provide them with employment opportunities in coordination with relevant institutions. The Interior Ministry in a statement said that the Balkh Police Headquarters Counter-Narcotics Police have arrested 5 suspects in the 3rd and 9th districts of Mazar-e-Sharif city on charges of drug trafficking. According to the statement, 22,000 narcotic tablets, 14 kilograms of opium, 9 kilograms of hashish, and a pistol were also seized from the detainees. And the final one says that nearly 30 Afghan citizens were released from Pakistani prisons and returned to the country yesterday. The Minister of Refugees and Repatriations says that they had spent 1 to 3 days in detention. And that's all for tonight. Stay with us to stay updated. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا شهیدانو کور دا باتورانو کور دا باتورانو کور دا باتورانو کور دا باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا شهیدانو کور دا